Aurélie, great to have you here. Just wondering, how do you see the future of district heating, district energy in general? And if you had a wish list that you could establish for the next European Commission, what would you ask them to do?
Well, thank you very much for having me here, Andrea. How do I see the future? I think first and foremost a very optimistic view to the future of our sector, and I think it has been really confirmed by what we have seen today at our Congress for the market sessions in particular. Most of European countries are experiencing either a significant growth or really a strong awareness on the fact that they need to develop their district heating and cooling network. I think it comes from simply the fact that, as we know, the crisis really demonstrated the significance of heating and in the future cooling for our demand. And the size of the challenge is so huge that we need to look beyond simply electricity. We need to look into all the type of sources, and that is the beauty of district heating and cooling, this energy infrastructure that integrates all type of local clean and renewable sources, renewable electricity, renewable heat, excess heat, and that's really something that is very useful in this context, because we need to deploy sources, but there is so much also we can tap into that is locally available. So that means, as we're living a bit of an emergency situation, we need those situations, those solutions, that can be ramped up in the next 5 years, and that's really what we're looking at. So yes, very, very optimistic outlook. And when it comes to the wish list, I think, we have been working together on that. I mean, the European policy and the Fit for 55 in particular already established ambitious targets. We have ambitious targets for renewable in heating and cooling, for district heating and cooling. We finally have a political awareness on the role of waste heat, notably, and also the role of district heating to foster system integration and support the flexibility of the system. So a lot has been done already. But indeed, I don't think we have all the tools we need so far. In particular, we still need to reduce capital costs for new investments, for the deployment of the infrastructure, for the deployment of clean sources like geothermal, solar thermal, and of course, excess heat recovery. We need to have some type of de-risking mechanisms. We need a stronger and more ambitious approach to heating and cooling plants implementation. This morning we were discussing zoning, so now we have to do those assessments, but it would be better if we had to implement them. And so yes, we are currently working with our members to put all those requirements in a comprehensive package, and we would hope that the next Commission would tackle that with a heat decarbonization action plan to have, stronger zoning requirements to support also the deployment of large heat pumps and the uptake of clean renewable sources locally. Yeah.
So you would summarize it basically on a heat decarbonization action
plan,
without going into specific technologies, but on the need to decarbonize heat as such, basically.
Yes, I think that it's part of that, because for me, if you start with the zoning and simply looking at, okay, what makes the most sense where, depending on the sources, then there's no more competition between technologies.
Correct.
It's just what makes sense where for which city.
And I think that's a very important point to make. There shouldn't be competition because the task is massive.
Exactly.
So we really need everything to achieve it. So.
Absolutely. And the electricity has been a very strong focus, and I think the European Union as a whole did an amazing job in pushing the decarbonization and the uptake of renewable electricity sources. So I can only be optimistic that if we do the same as part of the next mandate, and I think we can agree that the geopolitical context is right, we can achieve wonders in the decarbonization of the heating sector and the uptake of district heating and cooling.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes.
So that's a very positive outlook and a very optimistic one, I think. So thanks a lot for your insights.
Thank you very much.